Chrisan, no, I don't talk to her. Why would she? Y'all like my foot? Look at my forehead, yo, without edges. Big. Don't peck me. You don't like Chrisan either. It's not that I don't like her. I don't care for her. Your stuff jumping. Yeah, yo, I don't cuss.
Y'all all fans.
You talk to Chrisan, no, I don't talk to her. Why would she? Y'all like my foot? Look at my forehead, yo, without edges. Big. Don't peck me. You don't like Chrisan either. It's not that I don't like her. I don't care for her. Jumping. Yeah, yo, I don't cuss.
Y'all all fans.
Just had to come on here because, I had to say a few things and, that was on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, speaking on. But do you guys remember when you were younger and you were young and dumb and you were with the dude, you knew the dude was clowning. He was a clown. You're doing everything he was telling you to do, even though it didn't feel right. And then you started putting your foot down. You started taking action in your life. You started putting your foot down, and you started looking at the dude, like, in a different light. You was like, "Man, you was a straight clown." You know what I'm saying? And you started, like, not even wanting to be with them intimately or in a relationship. You kinda sorta just, like, really got brand new on the dude. You know, I know that Chrisean Rock are the young Bonnie and Clyde of social media. They make things happen, and they know that because they know that they profit off of the drama. They don't obviously, Chrisean doesn't want Blueface doing things to her to trigger her or hurt her heart and everything, but she also knows she's gonna profit off it as well. You know what I'm saying? So, she's winning either way. I remember LOL. Now I'm like, "What did I see in you?" Exactly, that's what I always say. I just hope that Chrisean gets to that point, and if she doesn't, at least she gets to the point where when she gets out, she looks at things differently. She sees how this all played out. She sees how much of her life she gave to him in that short period of time of him being locked up, proving her being a faith. She can be faithful. Let's just say it like that. And what did you get? Like, how did you make out? I mean, this dude. Yeah, I mean, what? I mean, is he representing her because he's putting some back in the day memories on Snapchat of them not being soulmates, but prison mates, cellmates, or whatever he said. I mean, is that a way of uh uh you know representing your woman, your wifey? Is that rememberable, information that her fans, the supporters, super fans, that they wanna really hear? We wanna hear a phone call that Wack 100 set up or Bodie set up with you. Even if you haven't, we know you haven't heard from Krishan because she's locked up, you're locked up, unless you guys are pen paling each other. We wanna hear from you that she's doing okay, even if you didn't speak to her or haven't had any communication. Lie. You lie about everything else. These I think the important things that you can get a pass with lying about. Taking the initiative to get on the social media and doing what she would have done for you. You know what I'm saying? When Krishan was out, we heard the phone calls and we heard your voice, Blueface. You know what I'm saying? That's the least you could give us was a couple like 20 minutes of your time where we could chuckle and say this dude is a clown, but we miss him, then so be it. Because I'm not gonna lie, he does bring some juice to the internet. Soldier Boy. That's why Soldier Boy don't get along with him because Soldier Boy is on this web 24 hours a day. Social media, that's his coffee, Instagram, and he thinks in his own mind that he's the man when it comes to social media, and he's not. He tries too hard to be something that Blueface got naturally in him and Chrisan Rock, and they're not utilizing that. It is so hard to make money on social media. It's really hard to grow your following, to get your to get your your following up, your views up. It's hard. Even if you're doing the social media like his father's selling products online on a website, it is so hard to market and get your clients, your customers, whatever your support system on social media. They make it so hard. Not only that, there's so many people out here trying to do the same thing. There is a lot of money out here for you to eat, but you got to crack into the code. And they've cracked into the code because of being them. You know what? That is a good feeling when you can just be yourself and people want to subscribe and follow you, respect you, support you mentally, financially, spiritually, and you don't have to do nothing but be yourself. That's why I like when I used to do nature book content. People used to say, "Oh, you're boring." I was boring because pretty much, I was in the sector. I don't wanna keep these headphones on. Tell me if no, actually, I'll be able to test it myself. I'm gonna take them off, but I'm gonna put them on my laptop. Just like when I was in the nature boy sector, people were like, "You're boring. You're this, you're that." Why? Because you're grown adults and I edit my videos. I'm not gonna put cuss words and so forth and so on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know what cuss words are. So why do I need to put this on my channel and leave up all this him choking a chick out and this and that and other just to appease you? I don't want an audience like that because when I go down, you ain't gonna have my back. You're gonna go to the next channel who is pleasing the mass majority, and then they get their channel taken down. I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like I want people to be here because they want to be here. I want an organic audience, a real audience, not one that are here for the moment. This is hopefully this will open her eyes. If Blueface gets out before, I hope I really exactly pure goddess. Now the rule of thumb up here is I want everyone to engage into the chat. That's without questioning. However, if you're a person who you like to, to talk, always ask for me to drop that link and I'll start dropping it, not maybe tonight because this was at the spur of the moment that I did a live. But yeah, y'all need to start coming up on here too, talking, because I do read and acknowledge all comments. And, only time I don't is when I'm trying to show you something, and sometimes I can't multitask the two. But other than that, I try to acknowledge everybody in my chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button as well. Hey, Cancer 66. Hey, Tiffany. Okay, y'all can hear me good, good, good. Yeah, I had to take those headsets off because they hurt my temple light. So I had to take them off. But I want to still make sure y'all heard me. I hope it still ain't coming in all messed up though, because usually when you have them on your head, you can hear the sound a little bit more better. But you should still be able to hear it the same. Callie representing tonight. No question. Callie in the building. But yeah, it's just it's crazy, and I hate to say this, and I don't care who gets mad. Y'all already know I don't care who gets mad. It's really sad that she literally was being selfish and wasn't really thinking about, she wasn't the only one that's here now. And she really on this, hold on, let me read this. I gravitated to your channel because of your unbiased and very unique way of sharing your commentary. Love you. Oh, thank you, Cancer 66. Hey, Vet, Buttercup, what's up? But I don't care what nobody says. We have some supporters. Whether you love them or hate them, whether they're publicized, or just viewers. You gotta come to a point in your life where you can defend. And this, let me just tell you this. I'm gonna give you a good example of why I don't think that a supporter should. I don't care what a person does, you always gonna find something to make it make sense. If you do that in real life with your children, for an example, especially, like a lot of us have grown up in communities where, you know, um, some of our kids, nephews, and people, that have came up after us, or that we've, had made, had birth to, gave birth to, because of the communities we live in, some of the circumstances they might, our children, our nephews, or whatever, nieces get themselves into, product of their own environment type of thing. Pum pums happen. All kind of unalivings happen. If you don't tell somebody, and I'm going to use like family that you love. If you love them so much, and you're their biggest supporter and biggest fan, if you're constantly telling them whether they do right or wrong, that it's right. Even when they're doing wrong, you trying to still make it make sense. Trust and believe, because I know in my own life, and I know other people who have experienced this, you are gonna have lifetime regrets, because you're gonna have that I wish I would have or could have, or say if you have a family member, let's use that as an example, that may have unalived themselves. You may have said, I wish that I would have knew. I wish that I would have told them more I love them. And I wish they would have knew that they were loved. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have, the wish, the or coulda. And that's the same thing with Chrisan Rock. If you everything people say about her, whether they're haters and they're being like in a messed up place where they're just being demonic, regardless, if she drops the ball, which she's not perfect, we all drop the ball at one time or another. You gotta hold the person accountable. If you're real, if you're a realist, if you're a real person, you gotta hold them accountable. And I'm gonna tell you why. You think being real is when they're doing wrong, but you support them. That you're just gonna whatever they do, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna make it make sense. You think you're being a friend or supporter, but you're really not. You're telling them what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. And you're one of the people that are putting batteries in a person's back who does not come from stability at all. It was she didn't have a mother or a father, in my opinion. And they were active, allegedly, and in and out of jail because of the love of pharmaceutical drugs. Street drugs, pharmaceutical drugs too. They let the street, they instead of running the streets, they try to outrun the street, and they got caught up and laid up probably half the time. Krishan's mother was probably, Lord forgive me for saying this, but we got to call it what it is. How you have 12 kids, you don't got no stability for these kids. I've heard the stories of them all living in one bedroom. Why put 12 kids through that when you have a decision? If you're not doing right, if you ain't a good parent with one kid, why? And you're on, and you already got a love for something else, which ain't gonna come before your kids, which is the drug. Why are you laying up having kids, and only ones taking care of them is the system or each other? Why do you think that there's so much dysfunction in the Malone family? Why do you think that they get up here? Oh, I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna get on social media because Krishan's our sister, and I'm gonna get an audience, and I'm gonna vent to the public. Not only you vent to the public, there's thousands of millions that are potentially over a certain a short amount of time is going to know all y'all's family business. And we all know when you put people in your business, they stay in your business. Chrisan is going to be sick if Blueface gets up before her. Right, exactly. And let me get back onto that. Let me just say this to you. Hope if he gets out first, he leaves Junior with I ain't let's Tiffany. Let's not even, don't even bring up that little boy name now, cause then later on I'll be getting harassed talking about I'm talking. Let's with this grown folk conversation right now. Love you, I love you, I love you, sis Tiff. But nah, let's not bring that up. We talking about Chrisan Rock and Blueface. I don't want to hear nobody trying to say, because that's another thing. Two people make me sick with the, they only say sometimes people, you know how like there's they're old sayings. Sometimes people say old sayings and they don't really know what they mean. They're not even living by it. It just sounds right. It just sounds like the grown-up thing to say. You feel what I'm saying? Like the old saying that I live by, which is, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Some people say sayings that they don't live by. You know what I'm saying? And like when you hear people saying, leave the kids out of it. Y'all shouldn't be up here. That's true. But how sincere in your heart? I'm not talking about you, Tiffany. I'm just talking about in general. When I heard you say Junior, it made me think of something. When I be hearing people in the comment section of my videos after the lives are over or my pre-recorded premieres, you'll hear people trying to sound grown. And you're probably the worst trolls with like 20 pages that are dragging Chrisan and Junior's name because you don't like Chrisan. But you up here now on another page, still a troll page, and you're sitting up there saying the responsible thing when you know there ain't nothing responsible about you. And you're probably the type of person, you tell your kid to go to school and behave the teacher, but then you be on social media acting worse than your child. And it just don't make no sense. The whole family is divided in huge age generation. Yep, exactly. That's why I like listening to you. You talk your fact. Is that like, man? It's great. No, Tiffany, I'm a come and choke you on cyberspace. You better not be saying you apologize. You ain't do nothing wrong. You my mod and you ride or die. I'm not talking when you said that name. I just was saying like shut it down, but you didn't do anything wrong. You do not have to apologize. Stop it. This ain't no cult channel. You didn't do nothing wrong. I was just trying to say we ain't gonna say too much on that because we'll get people in the comment section that want their little 1 or 2 minute of fame, and they'll sit up here and they'll take it somewhere else. And the title of this video ain't got nothing to do with little shorty. It's got something to do. It don't even got Chrisean's Rock name in there. It's got something to do with Blueface and Chrisean Rock. And sometimes if I put Blueface in the title, that don't mean, of course we're gonna talk about Chrisean Rock. They're one and the same. Make sure y'all hit that like button because y'all don't like hitting. That's only the 1% I'm speaking to. I'm not talking about my real supporters. Not talking about the ones that sit up here and absorb the information. And if you don't like me, hit the like button. Let me know how many people don't like me. Let me know how many people is in my chat. Let me know because you can't talk to me in real life. Okay. And I ain't gonna give you my number, especially not no hater, right? So at least if you hit the like button, I don't know how many haters was in here. Unfortunately, Chrisean and her siblings were raised to fight for every little thing they had, which is probably why they always, yep. And that's sad. They're almost like renegades. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey Cyrus. Hey Cyrus. Tiffany, love you, baby. You get off that. We don't even need to stay on that. Thank you, Kathy. Make sure y'all subscribe to my second channel. Let me actually go up. My second channel, the link. I don't know if one of my mods maybe could put the copy and paste the link that's in the top of the description for my second channel because I'm gonna try to do a live tomorrow. Not try, I forgot how I used to redirect people from my second channel from my main channel. I'll think. I've been fasting almost 72 hours, man. I feel really good. I mean, a lot of people say it and I'd be like, you're lying because I try to fast plenty of times as far as like no food, not even juices, raw juices. I'm talking about I'm fasting. I do better with dry fast, which means no water or food. So I only drink water if I feel like I'm thirsty. Or like if I get like a growling feeling, which I know it's only the hormone growling, and it's just the addiction to food. It's really not. It's a false. That growling that we get a lot of times is an addiction. Because we're so addicted to food. So I know that. So it's mind over matter. So I'm not hungry because we have so much fat stores in our bodies. Trust and believe you can go a long, long, long time without eating. You can probably go, most of us on average 40 days or longer and honey, your body will have a feast on that fast. But anyways, getting off the subject of that, but y'all know I bounce around, so it is what it is. But she being very selfish, I feel like Chrisean Rock was. And I really feel like her attitude was like, I'm waiting for my daddy to get home and then he can support me and go to the courts in all these different states and help me clear up these warrants, and we'll be one big happy family. We'll end up buying the house on the beach and all these things that she had in her head that she was waiting for when he came home. But you know what the sad reality is? You wasted all that time and all that money you could be making. And money doesn't make the world go round. But let me tell you what it does do. It makes you live easier. It takes one stressor off of you. How is this bill going to be paid? How am I going to get through the week and make sure there's food in the refrigerator? You know what I'm saying? It makes you live easier. And when a man tells you to stop being a woman, because if you as a woman told a man to stop working and stop being a man, because that's what makes a man, not what the what they got between their legs. What makes a man is taking care of his business, holding his ground, protecting his queen, protecting his household, his family. And when a man tells a woman to stop doing those things, and he's locked up and he can't do it, and he wasn't even doing it when he was out, he ain't no man. So right now, I want to see not only the entertainment that he brings, but I want to see him man up. I want to see the brother man up. Because it is Blueface is not no man, honey. He is not no man. He is a boy, if you ask me. He is a boy. Let me read these. It said, I try fasting. I'm too greedy. I'm too greedy too, and I eat clean, but sometimes it's not the eating clean, it's the just overeating, just eating because it's there, or eating because you have a lot of time on your hands and you're just eating because you're bored. I can't admit that. There are plenty of times when they judge Chrisan a little. It says plenty of times when I judge Chrisan a little too harsh, but makes that's all you make. Yeah, I show compassion, but I had got prior to her getting locked up, I had got to a point where I was like, enough's enough. She's starting to drain my energy while I'm trying to show compassion, because I know she didn't really come from nothing, and she's trying to make, she knows she's doing better than a lot of people I know financially. A lot of people might say she ain't got no. I bet you she got probably more money than you do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I'm not pocket watching nobody, but I bet you she's doing a lot better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And she came from a very unfortunate situation. So, I can't really knock that. And a lot of people would not be where Chrisean Rock is at right now if they came from those circumstances, right? I eat once a day, literally, queen. So that's like an old man, which is still fasting. Yeah, so like I said, but yeah, I keep getting sidetracked. Let me say this to you guys, because I keep getting sidetracked. Let me just say this to you. The reason why, and I keep starting it and stopping, reading comments and then getting on something else, but the reason why I feel like she's very selfish is because not only was she just waiting for him um to come home and help her, support her in the way she's needed Blueface to support her, but she had that young mentality thought in her mind. Oh, he's going to come home to me. I'm going to give him some of this good that I got, and he going to give me some of that and the conduct that he got. You know what I'm saying? But you did all of that, and we already know it's been recorded and documented on social media. But you got to respect the young man for this. He admits all to him. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm just telling you what he has said. And I know he's not playing, because he not only says it, but he shows you in his actions. That's how he gets down. He even says all men cheat. And if he tells you he's not, he lying. And I don't believe that all men cheat. There are men in the world, just like they're women, that they're loyal. If they're in a relationship, that's who they're with. But we're talking about Blueface, so let's not get far off onto you or me, or we're talking about Blueface. You don't think that Jaidyn's gonna take that opportunity if he tries to come on to her, which he is, and if he don't come on to her because maybe he don't want to start the circus back up between them two fighting again, because they're the only two that really held him down. Jaidyn was listening to what he was saying. His father's bringing the son up there to see him. I don't know what else she was doing. Maybe she was also sending canteen money and whatever. I don't know. But we know that CashApp was doing it because she made it known. But let me just tell you something. If he don't get it from Jaidyn, it is no way I'm telling you, it's no way he's gonna get out and he's gonna say, I'm gonna wait for CashApp like she's doing. Not even like she said. Put a Y in the chat when you heard that crazy girl talking about she hasn't even shaved her woo-ha, her, her yoni. She said it was growing an afro. I guess you could cornroll it. Put a Y in the chat if you heard her say that. And it's crazy. Because he's not going to do none of the things for you. And I don't care how much of a diehard supporter you are of her. Even with this, what I'm saying, I'm a realist. I ain't going to sit there and sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you just because I support and I want to see, CashApp do good. I'm not going to tell you no Joe Flipperhead answer when we already know how the dude gets down. Now, if you're gonna support Chrisan, cool, but don't support Chrisan in the aspect of you sitting up there making it make sense that Blueface ain't gonna do that to Chrisan because she's Chrisan. Because Hunty, the finest chicks in the world, supermodels, get cheated on or disappointed from a man, right? I took a break from all that. It was depressing. I'm playing catch up. That's what's up, pure goddess. Says me too. One. I was wise ones inside. How I truly understand. I chosen three. Yourself. Right. You got it right. Exactly. You got to be in that order. I just have a big heart. I hate seeing people hurt. I've been through DV. Me too. I probably had it worse than you. If I told you some of my stories, you'd be sitting there saying you was a victim. I can never say it. If a man put his hand on you, even pushed you one time, it's a DV. But trust and believe, I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. But I feel sorry for people too, because I can look at my shoes and so I can walk in somebody else's shoes that are going through that. But like I said, I can't put batteries in people's back, because I'm also convinced a lot of times people. I used to date a narcissist boyfriend, and the minute I left him alone, my life was so much better. Girl, vets even went back to school to get. Girl, let me tell you something. I told an ex maybe about a year ago, because I'm married. I've been married since 2016. My husband got like 15 years on me. Matter of fact, let me do the math. Look how silly I am. Yeah, he got 15 years on me. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. It's been so long. I used to say it a lot. My husband got 15 years on me. So I was about to say 10, but no, he got 15 years on me. My husband's much older than me. But I always was the type of woman, I always got with men that were providers, but they were controlling, and they got abuse, DVs and all that, want to control everything. And but some women, they attract, like I attract men that are very possessive, and they want to get, physical, like they trying to raise you again, but they get men that they're not even providing for you. And I'm not trying to say be with a man, let them, rattle your head in between two washing machines. But I'm saying, the dude ain't even providing for you, and you're getting your head, your head rattled. That's crazy. I've been with my partner for 24 years, but one thing I will not do is get married. Oh, you sound like my mother, because my mother, she's not married. She don't want to get married. Knowledge is power. That's right. But yeah, it's just, it's just sad. You did all of that. Now she's sitting there in jail. Could have avoided all that. Even her haters were telling her, go clear that up. And they wanted her to sabotage themselves. But see, like Wack 100, for an example, he knew if he told her the truth, she won't do the opposite. Because that's what we always do when somebody tell us something for our own good. So he said, the way I can sabotage Chrisean Rock is telling her the truth. Because she ain't gonna listen to me because she don't like me. So I'm gonna get what I want out of her out of return, because I'm gonna say, go clear up your warrants, and she's gonna say, I can't stand you, Wack 100. Why would I listen to you and not do it? And just what Carlissa, and even though she claims she feels bad, and Wack 100, and probably low key Papa Blue, in my opinion, all of them, they was just waiting for the train to crash. They were putting batteries in her back. Papa Blue, you feel what I'm saying? When Wack 100 came up here with that corny, um I have to realize that Blueface is in love with Chrisean Rock and this and that and other. No, what you had to realize is all these game plans that you got, like Keefy D. You wanted to bail him out of jail. What was it, 15% of that 750,000 or $700,000 bond that he got, so you could get a story from him, so you could be in public with him, and people will want to run up to you, news reporters, and would make you bigger than what you are as a Wack 100, a manager of the game. Once upon a time for Ray J and Blueface, honey, you was trying to get your coins up, because Blueface, who probably at one point in time was one of his biggest cash cows, is now he's slipping. Same here, 15 years, been with him since 2000, and we were married since a I got married to my husband right away, so I've been married with him the same amount of time I've been with him. But I was like, I gotta get these coins. I didn't want nobody else getting them coins. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed in that aspect. You know, I'm not trying to say be with a man because he take care of you, because I take care of myself. But it's nice to be able to do what you want to do in your life, and you don't have to worry about working a regular traditional 9 to 5, because you have a provider and you're able to do your dreams. I've been doing this channel since 2017. I was doing me before I was with my husband. You know what I'm saying? I've always is probably, see, I always say having anxiety could be a curse or a blessing. So I'm a type of person, I have moments where my anxiety flares up. So I need to be working for myself, doing my own thing. You feel what I'm trying to say to you? So I've been like working, like, self-employed for years. At least, what is this? Let me do the math. Let me see how many years this is. I use that little calculator. I use my fingers too. Let me see. It's gotta be. Let me do the math on that. I'm just trying to think roughly around. Yeah, I've been out of work, self-employed, like 24 years. I had to do the math. I don't know why I had to do the math. I know y'all probably like, oh no, she did. Yes, I did. I sure did. I sure did. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah, I was roughly remembering, maybe, yeah. When did September 11th happen? I think it was in 2020. I mean, no, not 2020. Ooh, sorry. In 2000, I said 2020. That's one thing about Chrisean. She don't want to hear what she needs to hear. She likes yes men. Right. Exactly. She definitely likes yes men. And don't be fooled. Chrisean, she's got a really good heart, but some of her demonic ways can come out with the people who love her the most, that they wish that they could be Chrisean Rock, but and they really respect her, that are in her circle. But see, sometimes that respect and wanting to love on you can turn to hate, because sometimes, because of generational curses that Chrisean has endured from not having a mother or father and having to fend for herself. You did you hear when Blueface had said in that video, when he met Chrisean, she came with a backpack and a pair of cleats. That's all she had. He's going to tell that story to the test of time because remember, he thinks in his mind he made her who she is. Now, he may have got her and put it in the game, but you taught her the class and she mastered it. She's better than you when it comes to making money. You feel what I'm saying? But he wants her to always show homogen, and she feels that she has to show homogen because he has brainwashed. He washed the brain, Blueface has, and made her feel as though she does deserve to show homogen, pay respect, and also publicly let people know that he made her who she is, not knowing that nobody made you who you are but you. God. If you want to give credit to anybody, it better be God. I think that Nevada judge got the Cash App that was released in return from. Oh no, you didn't, Tiffany. Yeah, that's why I'm an educator. Autism. Oh wow. Also worked medical 23 years in student. Boss working from home, medical code biller. Oh yeah, I know somebody that did that too. Got to keep money coming in different avenues. That's what's up. That's right. You got to have more than one income stream, and that's what's going on over here with me. And I've been doing that for years. Shoot, almost 3 decades. So man, I'm trying to tell you. And you know, it's a good feeling. I'm not rich. I'm not poor, but I'll tell you one thing. A long time ago, and I can't remember how long ago it's been. That's how long it's been. I don't like waking up stressing out about bills. How is this bill going to get paid? How is this going to be this and that and that? No, I don't. And when I pay bills, I pay them to zero balance. I mean, my cable bill, gas, lights, whatever. I make sure I don't like owing no bill. I pay. I don't care. I was raised from my mother. You're not really broke if your rent's paid, if your bills are paid, and you got food in your refrigerator. How are you really broke? What do you really need money for if your rent is paid where you're not getting evicted? You got food in your refrigerator and your bills are paid. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason why I need money. I've already had labels, and I said I'm gonna always have designer because I choose to dress like that, not because I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. But that stuff is superficial to me. I've been there, I've done that. I don't need the growing up. It was instilled in me to have the finer things in life. My father was in the fashion, and my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother was 80, almost 90 years old when she passed away, and she never even had that old time furniture. She always updated her living room set, her bedroom sets. Everything in her house was from Jordan's furniture. My grandmother, my mother's mother. I've always lived in a house where we never had like old furniture and everything. My mother always, when she first learned how to drive, which I was a teenager, so she learned how to drive later on in life. When I was a teenager, she learned how to drive. I must have been about 14. My mother never bought no hoopty, her first car. She bought an up-to-date car. And she lives, my mother to this day is flashy, but she worked for it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm only two professions that I know of that my mother ever did for work, which was a hairdresser. That's why I went to cosmetology school, because of my mom, following behind her footsteps. I can do hair. I never got my license, but I can do some hair. Um, Not braids. I got two left hands. I don't do no braids. I always had hair. I don't even know how to braid my own hair. I've never had my hair in no small braids. But I'm talking about hair care. Like, I can put layers. I can color your hair. You know what I'm saying? I'll roller set your hair. Look like oil sheen was on your hair. I'll roller set. Every strand will be bone straight. I know how to buff the hair when you do a wash and blow dry, so it looks like oil sheen was on it. I'll get every strand, even if your hair is natural, no relaxer chemicals in it. I'll get your hair bone straight. You'll be looking like Becky up in here with the flyaway. This girl really don't have nobody in her corner, and that's why she does it. But sometimes we got to be in our own corner, because what I've learned, because there's been times people weren't in my corner either, is if you can't be by yourself, you can't be with nobody. Let me keep up with these comments because I'm talking more than I'm even reading these comments. That's right. It says Cali is already expensive. Have to have 3 jobs here in I'm trying to tell. Well, I'm from Boston, Mass, so I know about being expensive. That's why if you ask why you live in Rhode Island, because it's cheaper. I can live like a queen out here. I mean, the rent, everything. It says I have 2 girls and I taught them never depend on me. My mother taught me and my sister that too, because I got a younger sister. She's a couple of years younger than me. It's first have something to fall, but exactly. Yes, you help us all that it says see follow own dreams, we can succeed. We exactly, Tiffany. It says no matter how difficult the keeps receipts. It says I'm from Frisco, Sacramento since 19. Okay, California in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Yes, life is much more blessed than stress if you. It says, yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hey, Big Ben Dan, how you doing? How you doing? Let me see how them likes are looking. Matter of fact, let me make sure my connection's okay. That's what I need to be paying attention to too, because my connection's been kind of funny, man. I'll make sure that connection's okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go look at my likes and then I'm gonna take that tab down because when I be having too many tabs open, my connection be like, we ain't no Fios, Verizon Fios over here, ma'am. You fitting to have your whole set. Yeah, let's try to get them likes up. Come on, them likes look like they're on a diet. I mean, come on now, y'all come in here, and I'm only talking about the 1%ers. I know the people that support me, they know when they come in to at least leave a like or dislike on the video. But come on now, come on, let's get them likes up. I think I don't care if you're a channel holder and you got 1 million subscribers. We all run into that same problem with people not wanting to hit that like button. I can't wait till YouTube takes that away and stops using that as a factor, because you can tell you don't even need for them to hit the like or dislike button. I mean, what is that, like a grown person's toy, or to use against the channel holders to hit the like or dislike button? I mean, YouTube can tell if they like the content for how long they stay on the video. They don't even need that measurement. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can get a hater that will sit and watch your whole content until you get off this yeah I mean, and that don't mean they're gonna like the video, but they probably did like it. Unpopular opinion. My interest is much better. You said better with Blueface. My internet is much better with Blueface. What does that mean, Buttercup? What are you saying? It says, "Hey, I'm sorry, sis had a call from me." That's okay, Latisse. We got some mods in here holding it down. Tiffany's in this piece. Myrtle Beach, kick back, listen to the wave. Oh, wow, drink in my cup. I know that's right. And listening to my favorite content creator. Oh, that's what's up. Ben, Big Ben. It says like free, right, and they're anonymous. You guys, not like I would be able to know. Y'all don't even know how many likes or dislikes I get because I private mine, because I want people to make their own opinions up of whether they're gonna hit the like or dislike. Because if I feel like if you've seen it, people they tend to be followers and not leaders, believe it or not. People don't like to admit that they're followers, but a lot of people are followers. You know what I'm saying? It's cracking me up because it's like soon as Blueface or CashApp, if they get out at the same time, soon as they get out, everybody and their mama are gonna be wanting to be um on anybody's channel where they can get the tea from. You know what I'm saying? But let me just say this to you. Also, what saddens me is how much one man can have control over two women. Like CashApp, man, I know she's a strong female, but don't be walking around like you this big and bad chick. With it says saying I prefer the internet without Blueface. He said, "Oh, you prefer him without Blueface." Ah, okay. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. But don't act like you the big bad wolf. But soon as Blueface go to jail and put some demands on you, you show your true stripes. And and then all of a sudden you're gonna get out and he gonna piss you off, and then you're gonna be up here acting like I'm the realest, want to kill his house, all this. Like, sit down. You was sitting down when he was in jail, like you said, doing time with him, sounding all crazy, talking about you doing time with him. Don't get back up here performing for real. Stop the press. Cause that's a big I don't care what nobody say. I'm a support. I support Chrisan when she doing right, and I support her when she doing wrong. But I'm gonna tell her about it. So, however, I'm still gonna defend her. But at the same time, good, you went out bad with that one. And it's what I'm saying. And as hard as it is to make money on social media, and you getting this easy. And you know what I'm saying? You know how many people I would have unfollowed you too around that time when you said what you said, even though we know you're not a colorist, because people were probably mad, like you mad with the fans for telling you about how you Joe Flipperhead, and now you want to call us names, and now people out here labeling you as a colorist, which we know she's not no colorist. But they were probably more mad, like, how can you get an attitude? You ain't got to get up and do no 9 to 5. I got to get up after I get finished watching this Simple Simon stuff that you on. And I got to work. I go to work tired listening to this Simple Simon stuff you on. You make money. She makes money so easy, she don't even know how she makes it. You know how hard it is to make money on the internet, and here you taking advantage of it. That's why I always say people should not have kids that are not qualified. There should be a law that some people can't have no kids, because that is from the generational curses that she don't even know how good she got it. Sometimes when you're only used to one thing in life, you ain't used to having nothing. That's how you act. Just tonight, my 16-year-old friends won't be. You can be leader, right, of the pack. Exactly. I just think it's crazy. His charges worse than hers, but she slapped on. Right. Yeah, that's what I said too. His is worse than hers. But maybe, Buttercup, that's a sign to her. Maybe that's a sign to her. She needs to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a sign. That's a sign. She got to get it right. Cause I know she's sitting back saying the same thing. I know she's happy for him. She's probably more happy for him than she is for herself. But yeah, she's got to get it right and stuff. You're right. I will admit, his charges were way worse, and I know people are big mad about that. And here she's sitting in jail like Joe Flipperhead, and he about to get out any day now, because that's what's going to be updated soon. His release date. People are on the 24-hour watch for that. And it's so sad. I'm gonna tell you something, Buttercup, and I respect your opinion. And like you said, it might not be the favorable one, but my opinion might not be the favorable one too. But Buttercup, let me tell you this. Because CashApp probably had a bigger support system than Blueface, but she took advantage of it and gave people her, the kiss for this dude, instead of them really wanting to see her get out, they don't want to see her get out because they knew when she was out, she wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because social media is her job, and she wasn't on her game. She didn't have to be up here with no drama. We know he was in jail, but she could have been up here at least, supporting people that support her, and she wasn't doing that. And she has to understand, Blueface don't make you who you are. Your fans do. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Put a Y in the chat. Let me read these comments. Put a Y in the chat if y'all seen that recording of Chrisan Rock's niece on I don't know if she was on Instagram. I think it's Instagram she was on, and then they put it on TikTok or whatever. It's all over the place now. But her saying she don't care too much for Chrisan Rock, her own aunt, Tasiki's daughter. Put a Y in the chat if y'all seen that. I know Tasiki was pissed. Let me keep up with these comments. Now it's like to the point where I'm gonna let y'all know I acknowledge them, but I'm way behind. Yeah, but like I said, Buttercup, because I'm a little bit delayed on the comments, but hey, she did it to herself. Yeah, she was dropping the ball. And I don't care what nobody says. I really believe that he wasn't really. I don't care what nobody says. It's just my opinion. I don't think he was really caping for her to go and clear up her legal obligations, because he needed her to be out here to pay that every 2 months $15,000 for that restaurant. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Not yet, Tasiki's daughter. Nope, never saw it. Yeah, it's out there on the. It's matter of fact, I'll pull it up, but I'm not gonna pull her face up. So let me see how I can do this. Hold on. So I will share it, but I'll do this. I'll do it like this where you can hear it, but I will certainly not be showing it. No, actually, I'm not gonna do that. I just not only am I not gonna do it because she's a youngin, but also the little girl that was in the video was cussing. I don't got time to be having to delete that stuff. Yeah, she had a fresh little friend. She had a little fresh potty mouth. And I was saying to myself, ooh, child. And Tasiki's daughter said real quickly, shh. Because she knew if Tasiki came in that room, thank you, Cyrus. She would have been like, oh, no. No, what they're doing, Big Ben Dan, was they're doing the building over. What is it called? Renovating it. So, that business hasn't been open, you're correct, for quite some time, but allegedly he's renovating it. And I don't think that his mother's hands is going to be in it this time. He's going to be managing it himself. Yeah, but yes, Latisse, in a perfect world, things would have been better. And, the proper measures would have been taken. But like I said, Chrisan herself wasn't even moving right. So it's like, it's sometimes people get to the point, even your loved ones, don't cry wolf now. So getting right into it, make sure you all hit that like button. But I do agree with some of the responses to hearing the updates with Blueface. Now we are, bored. We're bored without Blueface, and we're definitely bored without Chrisan Rock. We were bored without Blueface prior to Chrisan Rock getting locked up. However, we all know that they are the Bonnie and Clyde of social media. So early this morning, because I'm an early bird, I got up and I did get a notification about a change in Blueface's supervision status or whatever, somebody else taking over on his probation. I paid no attention to it. However, the greatest and the latest Hennessy review, I'm going to show a snippet of what is important, which is that pretty much from what I'm being told or hearing, he got a slap on the wrist in Nevada. He still is facing the alleged rumors of meth being found in his cell, which we know was confirmed by Wack 100, even though we know he lies, that it was tested for weed, and Wack 100 said it was THCA, less than 3% weed, which we all know that it's considered something that you're not supposed to have, paraphernalia that's not supposed to be in the jail. That's like saying, oh, he just had ecstasy. That's a man-made drug. In fact, meth, which is a man-made drug. So that's not really a drug, but it was found in his room, so he's not going to be in trouble. So, pretty much that's how silly Wack 100 sound when he tried to, when he had to come to the defense of Blueface, because allegedly he said a channel holder had exposed it. I guess coming to the court appearances, a lot of stuff was exposed from overhearing things or being in the court. Maybe the judge speaking on it, because that allegedly is why Blueface was in court the day in questioning, when CashApp had to go in the court to see about her blue daddy and got arrested or set up, or whatever happened that day. It's allegedly. However, they're saying, the legal docs are saying, it appears that he got a slap on the wrist. So the really strong case that could have held him did not hold him at all. Now that judge, she was, I'll tell you one thing: if you come back in here, you're gonna have something to pay for. She was gonna, sock it to him, but obviously she was having a good day and she had a change of fate, and he's not no longer in any kind of sort of trouble as far as doing any more time. They're allegedly saying that they're going to run it concurrent, so he's not getting away with the act. However, it's going to be tacked on to his probation time. And like I keep telling you guys, probation is time on layaway. So understand that. Make sure y'all put a like or dislike in the comment section. Now I'm going to play the section I want you guys to hear of the actual documents that were put on the file for the public to see what is going on, what is the status with Blueface. But keep in mind, even though the more serious charge in the state of Nevada, which is the attempted aliving with the Pum Pum, the probation he has there, she spared him. Hey Jennifer, you're the first one in the live. She definitely spared him. However, we just might not know. California, they could, because it's not really a serious offense, they could, let it go. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they put you in a hole. I don't know if he's put in a hole, because remember, it was exposed by another channel holder. Let Wack 100 tell the story, and that was the only reason why Wack 100 was forcing his hand to have to even explain that to the public, what was going on about that situation. So we don't know if he got put in a hole for 30 days for it. That was his punishment. We don't know if he's going to have to do some extra time. We know his time has been pushed back because there's been an ongoing case. Let Wack 100 tell it, of 3 months of them fighting this case of what was found in his cell. So we have to stay tuned. So as far as we know, he's definitely not going to do a few years in Nevada, because he got more probation and time in Nevada than he has in California. That's like a California is a cakewalk. So definitely I can say, in my opinion, still, just to be safe, that Blueface was in fact coming home. So but what I don't get is how he's coming home, but CashApp had lesser non-serious charges and she's being put through the ringer. Thank you for your truth. We need more people like you on here. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, sweetie. Star, good morning, Miss Davis. So he's coming home before her. Yep. So that's what it seems like. He's coming home before her because we see that Oklahoma is being really petty. Um, and like I said, playing devil's advocate. I also got a couple of I have a surprise for you. I wanna share something with you as well after I let you listen to the legal docs of that Blueface, in fact, was cut a break. But I wanted to also share something else with you, giving you an example of how I view or how serious these super fans and supporters can be in these situations of the social media entities like CashApp and Blueface. I think people take it way too far. Good morning, Nessie. Good morning. Queen Grammar Rocks, thank you for keeping us updated on Blueface and Christian Rock updates. Thank you. I said the same thing. She had light work. Right, exactly, Nessie. Wack have house in Oklahoma, he told. She was on the run and beating people up, catching charges. Yeah, she was doing a lot of stuff, but I think that she's learning slowly but surely. And I think that a lot of people, like people I know in my real life, they're learning from things that they have done. I know I've learned from things that I've done in my past. So I don't hold people hostage to the yesterday. No one's above life's classroom is how I look at it. So, that's how I, see it. Maybe the reason Blueface is coming home is because he did turn himself in with Christian. Right. He and see that's funny you brought that up because now we can play devil's advocate again, Linda G. But what you said is exactly how I looked at it. It's better for you when you have a warrant to turn yourself in because it looks good to you to the courts that you acknowledge that you have warrants. Whether you have one or two at this point, it's not about beating yourself up. Oh, I got warrants and I'm afraid that they're going to do this and that. It's taking accountability. So because Blueface took accountability, he's serving a sentence. Also, LA County jails are overcrowded. It just makes it that much easier, and he's also a flight risk. Even though he's put in a protected space because of his status, he's still always going to be a liability to that jail until they release him. So even though he's now going to be fighting this case in California, he's not fighting whether or not they're going to violate his probation and sentence him in Nevada. Allegedly, as of what I'm hearing from what I took from it, he's coming home. And the reason why it's a little safe to say he's coming home because he had worse charges in Nevada, the unaliving with the pum pum. Now, what was found, and it was probably a small amount, which was probably enough that they could charge him for not for distributing, but for personal use. I don't think for a small crime like that, even though it's a felony, it would be considered a petty crime, in my opinion. In my opinion, disclaimer, only because they have bigger fish to fry. And they just cannot take the chance of just having somebody in there serving a sentence and then doing 5 or 6 more months on top of that, or a year or whatever, some harsh sentence, behind his stupidity, because they need it for more serious felons, people that are committing serious crimes. Let me read these. I watched, she was on them. It says at this point he can be her support assist. Right, right. I hope lucky girl, I hope so. Yes, it does. Thank you so much for this update. Yes. And I'm very happy. I'm mad at Blueface because I feel as though, I seen his Snapchat. I was gonna do an edit to it, also put that up. I don't know, maybe if I do a later live today, if I have the energy and I'm not tired, I'll probably do that. Everyone can go over there anyways and see it. But I just feel as though, he should have took the time out, did a jail call with Bodine or Wack 100, and at least mention, good morning, Latisse, Chrisan Rock. She represents him. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button as y'all come in. Show some love and hit the like button, please. But like I said, Blueface is who Blueface is, and Chrisan is who Chrisan is. And I think sometimes women love harder than men, or at least I'll say that men love probably just as hard as women. However, they don't show it like women do. We're more passionate and sensitive, where men aren't. But anyways, getting off of that, can't wait for him to come home. I was listening to something that Carlissa put up with the blonde head. She's going blonde now. The blonde head hooligan had on her head, and it just sounded like she's not even in the loop of the good news that her son's coming home. She was talking about, he had a liquor license. He had so much going for himself. Now I guess he's pretty much got to worry about getting this restaurant that he's building up or renovating. But he's behind bars. She's kind of sort of blaming everybody. And she was dragging her daughter because allegedly, and I didn't really get too much in it. And I'm gonna start getting into a lot of stuff that's in this circus, because I'm not gonna just continuously report on Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I will give updates, of course, daily updates, but I want to give updates of everything that's going on so it makes sense. So everything comes to a circle. And it's not like a half circle with an entrance, an empty hole, and what's next, or how did this come about type. We're gonna make sure we complete the circle. So I'm gonna start reporting on that, and I'm also going to start doing a lot of stuff that is relevant to the circus and all this BS that's going on. But we're gonna it's gonna be, put it like this: you guys miss Blueface and you guys miss Chrisean Rock, all right? But trust me, you guys are gonna be so, after a month, you're gonna be wanting them to go away. Like a lot of you guys were saying, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning. You was like, man, they just need to get off of social media. I'm so tired of this mess. I'll give it 30 days, y'all are gonna be burnt out. She only wants her own fame and platform. Right. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Yep. Carlissa is drama queen. Yep, she's definitely a drama queen, Jennifer. But yeah, he's coming home. It's the funny thing is he'll probably be coming home before um Chrisean Rock. And it probably also looks good for Blueface, because California is going to be looking at, if they drop those serious charges that would have violated him, and that's why he's sitting in California doing a sentence, and they didn't give him any more time. California might say, listen, he's a flight risk, he's a celebrity. If somebody wants to really get to him, they can get to him. We need to get this man, transfer him out of here, transfer him to the streets, back to freedom. If he messes up again, he knows he's going to be back in here again for a violation. I hope. And it's so scary because these people are so out there and wild. They're wilding out here in these streets, that I just hope that Blueface acknowledges that he's getting a pass. God is definitely looking out for him. But they always say that God looks out for baby and fools, and honey, Blueface is a fool and a baby, and so is Chrisean Rock. Because I'm not gonna leave one out without chastising the other, because they both need to get themselves together. But I just hope, for whatever strange reason, if Chrisean's situation gets finished before Blueface, even though we know that if California doesn't hit him with a 1-2-1-2 on that substance that they found in his cell. This is California now. I don't want y'all to get it mixed up. Not Nevada. If she for some reason gets out before him, and he might have to do a couple more weeks or a month or so or two, I just hope that she gets out and she makes it about Chrisean Rock. That money changed Carlissa for real. It sure did. Right, because they react before they think. Right, exactly. And that's what they're like, loose cannons, both of them. And they think that it's cute. you know, like, yeah, that's what I'm about. And no, you shouldn't want to be about that, because that's getting you into a lot of trouble. And you signing checks that you can't cash. Both of y'all are. So y'all need to sit down and have several seats. But I'm gonna show you the update. Shout out to Hennessy Review. I'm just gonna show you this. She did almost close to an hour live, but I just want to show you, let you listen to the good news, what appears to be the good news. And then we're gonna get off of that. We're not gonna play her whole video. However, we're gonna play where she talks about the slap on the wrist, even though the judge said, if I see you in my courtroom one more time, she's gonna send him away for a while. So that's why we was like, he's going to jail. But no, it's not happening like that. Maybe she forgot. And if she sees people like Blueface on a regular basis doing crash dummy moves, if she didn't write down that that's what her promise to herself was to do for him, she may have forgot. I don't know, but it was publicized, so I don't understand how she would have forgot that. But for whatever reason, she was in a good mood, and he cut a break. That's all I can tell you.
I'm tripping just a little bit.
That like button.
Just a little bit.
The situation is worse. I know Chrisan is.
Okay, so now we got everything together. Let me check the screen and make sure the screen is good. The screen is good and as it should be. And now we are going to get all up into this doc. Let me get my comments where I want them at.
Probably so.
Because baby,
Wax the weasel talk her.
Tired of typing tons of notes during class? There's finally a better way. It's called Otter. Let's say I'm in class.
You know you ain't doing right.
When I seen this,
I said, called him a weasel.
So the state of Nevada motion to quash the bench warrant. This was filed on June 17th. Now, y'all remember when Papa Blue asked the question of who was going to come home first? If it was Blue or Chrisan?
Talk about it.
I think he knew this already. It says, come now, defendant Jonathan Porter, by and through his attorney, Christina Wildenveld. I guess that's how you say that. And the law offices of Christina, and respectfully moves this honorable court to quash the bench warrant issued by this court on February 1st of 2024. Okay, filed on this date on the 17th day of June. All right.
So allegedly, and like I said, because paperwork can change, it could have been, because errors can be made, human errors, how things are put into the system. But it was basically from California type of a hearing. He did not have to leave and be transported to Nevada. So let's get that out of our head. All of this was taken care of from the humble abodes where Blueface is now living until he is released in California. So he did not have to go physically into California. And let's hope a change will happen with CashApp, where Oklahoma does not pick her up within the 30 days or whatever the time they have allotted, or they just don't pick her up and she has to come in on her own recordness. But they're just purposely just holding her for 30 days just to get back at her for not clearing them up in a timely fashion. But yes, he did not have to and does not have to go to Nevada to deal with this in court in the flesh, because it was dealt with from California. Probably via conference call or something. So the difference is the type.
And it appears that there was an appearance that was made in court. This was filed on June 24th at 9:30 a.m. in the courtroom. Defendant's motion to quash the bench warrant, and this was by Kathleen Delaney. Now, I am surprised that Miss Delaney was willing to hear all of this, because she said she wasn't playing around with him.
Yeah, she did say that.
But let's read what this has to say. It says, appearance continued, defendant Porter present via telephonically from California. So he was on the phone from Cali, having court.
So it was a phone conversation, conference call.
Upon the court's inquiry as to the supplemental reporting of California, Ms. Potts advised the state will be treating this as a technical violation. Okay, so he was violated. There was a violation, guys. It was not a mistake or mishap or misunderstanding as Wack put out there. He has a technical violation. Okay, Miss Woodeville, I guess that's how you say it, advised the defendant has been in custody in the state of California since late October. Now, he didn't get arrested until January. So I don't even understand how this late October thing was able to slide through the court, because that's not true. We all watched him turn himself in on January 12th of 2024. So I don't know how he's been in their custody. I don't know. He was on probation way before October. So I'm not understanding this.
That's why sometimes you don't want to jump the gun. You know how I just said human errors can be made. Things can be changed on the docket. So that's why, you know, we have to still say allegedly and all that, because he got surrendered and turned himself in, came with his lawyer with that red raincoat on, okay, looking all crazy. And he turned himself in after the new year, and it was in January. I don't remember the day, but Hennessy Review just said the day it was, but it was in the month of January. Like the second week in January, he turned himself in. So I don't know where they're getting this October from.
This late October thing that's being spoken of. But anywho, and the parties are in agreement to the technical violation.
I don't know.
With 30 days concurrent with the time defendant is serving in California.
So they're going to add it on to the time he already has.
They're running his violation concurrent with his California case. Further, the parties agree defendant will not lose the reduction that was previously agreed to. Okay. On the drop down, the court noted the drop down is not the judgment of conviction. Ms. Potts advised the drop down would still be on the table. Counsel advised it is in the guilty plea agreement. Okay, the court noted that the court can do a minute order to correct the judgment of conviction if needed. Upon the court's inquiry, defendant stipulated to a technical violation of probation. Matter submitted. Court ordered probation temporarily revoked and defendant sentenced to 30 days in the Clark County Detention Center. So they were sentencing him to 30 days. They have revoked his probation and sentenced him to 30 days with 30 days credit for time served concurrent with the defendant's California case. So when they revoked his probation, they sentenced him. He was going to get 30 days in Clark County, but instead they decided to run it concurrent with the California.
Like, get him out of here. We had him here long enough.
Thereafter, probation reinstated. Further, court ordered. Bench warrant quashed. Court noted defendant is still on probation in this case.
He'll be coming home.
And admonished defendant to report to parole and probation within 48 hours of release from custody of California. Now, let me come over here and let me see what y'all talking about.
At your boy, he'll be coming home.
Let me see what y'all talking about over here.
Holla at your boy will be coming home. Y'all said you guys were bored and without him. I admit that it has been boring without him. I feel like people
this is why his supervising officer
need him to, I guess, to direct.
Free Chrisan. Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to.
Junior does need his mom. What?
More than he needs Blue.
There's over 120 people sipping this Henny with 88 likes. Can y'all get these likes up? Like, come on now. Y'all coming over here watching the video. Can y'all get them?
Yeah, so yeah, hit that like button over here as well. Thank you. But make sure y'all hit the like button as well. Looks like this chat is coming in okay, because I've been having some internet issues. But yeah, it surprised me that Blueface was going to be getting out, because we knew after he picked up that case in California, while sentenced in California, and people were running around with people think that when they start rumors that it's going to make Blueface, like for an example, stay in there longer. When they made the rumors about methamphetamines, let me tell you something. The legal system that is their territory. They know what Blueface did behind closed doors. And whatever they found inside of his room, can't nobody dictate a rumor and cause the state to go by a rumor on social media to keep this man in jail. If they tested it and it wasn't meth, it probably would have been a higher charge. But if they tested it and it wasn't meth, then it wasn't meth. They tested it and it was any kind of substance. Let's say substance. That's a better word than drugs. Substance, because I never heard of THCA less than 3% of weed, THC. But what my point is to you is we're not the judge or the jury, and at the end of the day, those are the ones that make the sound decision what's going to happen with these entities. Yes, Miss Queries, it is very good, very much. And that's just the bottom line. You can love these people or hate them, but commentators are going to continue to do their work and update the people who support these people. Or even if you don't support them, you still might be intrigued to want to know what's going on with them, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to report them like I did for years on Nature Boy. Then I did Queen Op and Jaguar Right. And, I think this is the most interesting reporting. I actually enjoy reporting on Chrisan Rock and Blueface when they were out, when they were the couple, that it couple. And hopefully, with all these alleged plans that Chrisan Rock says that they have in store for us, with the clothing line, with the music, with the show, her having her own show, them having a show together, the restaurant, that would be really fun, especially California natives, people who support my channel, them showing me maybe video clips of them going to the new Blueface's new restaurant and doing food reviews, and I can share that on my platform of my California natives going to the restaurant when it opens. I wish nothing but the best for them. I really do. Don't stay up with Blue and Chrisan as much as I used to. She's out. Yeah, but I will say that Chrisan definitely is the GOAT. But Chrisan is not going to continue to be the GOAT if she continues going forward to listen to what Blueface is saying to her, especially getting money. Because no man that has respect for you is going to tell a woman not to be a woman. A woman is a woman just like a man's a man because they take care of their responsibilities. And when a man tells you to stop taking care of your responsibilities, you should side-eye that man and question their motives. We all know his motives was out of selfishness, him thinking that she was going to be running around with different men and probably lose interest in him, or he would not be able to get her under control. It says they wasn't any receipts for all those plans. Well, yeah, right. Miss Know It All, you're right about that. So that's why I just said allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't take what none of them say for face value because of the simple fact that we all know, even the managers like Wack 100, they lie. You know what I'm saying? There's always more to the story, or they never even told the story. But listen, I want you guys to see how I visualize super fans. And maybe you feel what I'm saying, Miss Know It All. Maybe you guys can get an understanding of, you might view content creators that do content on Chrisan Rock and Blueface as, obsessed or enough's enough and get a life, report on somebody else. But this is how supporters that go overboard, disclaimer, overboard, and super fans go overboard. And it doesn't matter what these people do, you think that you're never gonna find fault in it. This is what this picture looks like. Somebody did a commentary video and I bumped into it and I said, wow. Now, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, because there are supporters of super fans who, whether or not they love, well, I'll say they not hate her because they wouldn't be super fans or supporters. But if they love Chrisan and respect who she is, there are some super fans and supporters who, if she's wrong, and they're gonna say she's wrong. And it's not that they're flip flopping; it's just that they're gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. They're not gonna tell you what you want to hear; they're gonna tell you what you need to hear. But a lot of people, even if you're not a super fan or obsessed, I just want you to just visualize and hear just what it sounds and looks like when people get too evolved with these social media influencers. And it doesn't matter what I say or what the other channel holder says or even TMZ says. You already got your mind made up what you want to think. And this is how mass confusion starts. So I thought this was interesting to share with you guys. Of course, I had to alter the video because there was some, profanity and everything going on. But I want to present this information.
He's just one of those artists that you either love him or you hate him. He's been in the spotlight for so long now that we've all been able to witness some of his major triumphs and his biggest losses.
I know,
gotta
right,
admit,
Buttercup?
I was on the hate train for a while, but I'm kind of over it now. But there are some people that no matter what will ride or die for this dude. I'm talking bend over backwards, defend, and worship him as if he can do no wrong. And although there are many of them, today I'll be talking about the one that might have taken it a bit too far. This is the curious case of Drake's biggest superfan. Turning back the clock to 2011, the world was a much different place.
Some people take this way too far.
Facebook was really poppin', MW3 had just dropped, the swag era was in full effect, LMFAO had the clubs going crazy, and Drake was just beginning his rise into the limelight. He had seen amazing commercial success with his debut album in 2010, but people were unsure if he would ever be able to replicate it. Yet, only 17 months later, Drake released his second studio album, Take Care, that commercially completely blew his first out of the water, selling 631,000 copies in its first week alone. It was clear that he, alongside his YMCMB collaborators, had the music industry in a chokehold. Their fanbase spread across the entire globe, yet there was one that would easily stand out above all the rest. It was an average day in California's City of Angels. The Will Rise Tattoo Shop, located on North Fairfax Avenue, was going on with business as usual. A customer walks in and eagerly requests a tattoo, so Kevin, one of the shop's artists, agrees and gets the job done. His boss Norm snaps a few photos of the process and later decides to upload them to social media, not expecting much of it. Almost immediately, the pictures go viral. People could not believe they were real. A face tat back then was a little unheard of, but a face tattoo that says f***ing Drake was something no one could have ever predicted.
Now listen, I saw on TikTok, I don't know if they were real, and I'll probably look them up after this is over with. It looked like when CashApp got the face tattoo of Blueface, there were other girls that got them done too. Now, I'm not going to go back and forth for anybody in this chat because we have experts up here that can be at every place at all times, and they can pretty much try to debunk it. But I did see pictures, whether they were fake tattoos or not, even playing around that you put a fake tattoo on your face of Blueface speaks volumes. Regular people will never get this many chances. Exactly. You already know that, lucky girl. OMG, I could never tap my face. I'm trying to tell you, me neither. Super fans and fans.
Straight away, the internet had so many questions. Mainly how and why, but that wouldn't be answered until a Vice interview on December 8th, 2011 with Kevin, the tattoo artist, where he details the encounter and states his thoughts on the whole ordeal. According to Kevin, the unnamed eyebrowless woman came into the parlor super hyped on the idea of the tattoo. She acted as if she had planned it out for a while. She had the font all picked out on her iPhone, ready to go, and was pretty adamant on putting it on her forehead. She didn't go into detail on the meaning behind it, and Kevin, having prior experience tattooing Crip members in Harbor City, assumed it was the woman's hood or something. Before he put the stencil on her, he made sure to lay out the potential consequences of such an outlandish face tat. And after giving her 3 chances to change her mind, He finally printed out the first image of the tattoo, and the woman was not satisfied. She wanted me to go bigger so that it pretty much went from each side of her hairline to the other. She had me enlarge it a bit and push it up. Once she agreed on the placement, Kevin got to work, in the end only completing the outline as that's all the woman could afford. I think by the time I finished, she was coming down off drugs because her attitude changed drastically once the tattoo was finished. But since Kevin had done crazier tattoos, and he's also a firm believer in people getting the tattoos they deserve, he didn't think much of this piece at all. Yet, things totally changed once the pictures hit the internet and he learned the true meaning of the tattoo. Both tattoo artists and the general public were grilling him for going through with such a piece. Kevin was disappointed to figure out that the woman was just a crazy fan and started getting mixed feelings about the tattoo, stating, "I guess I feel bad that this the name of the softest hip-hop tattooed on her, but what makes it any less valid of a tattoo to her? I lost a little sleep over it that first night, wondering if I wanted to be known as the asshole who tattooed Drake on some crackhead's forehead." The image continued to circulate online, and eventually reached its way to Drake himself.
What up, Mondo Fresco, my man Drizzy Drake? Yes, what's going on? Yo, have you seen this picture? I have. What are your thoughts on it? I want to meet her and understand what happened. That's cool, though. Like, I feel you 100%. That, to me, is, like, absolutely incredible. I don't know if you can see it, but this girl tattooed Drake on her forehead. The guy who tatted it will tell you that. I don't you to that tat artist, by the way, because you're for real. And you should lose your job, and you should never do tattoos again if I ever see them. But, bro, I really, really, like, I want to talk to this girl and understand it all, you know? I know, yeah, no, straight up. No, it was love. I mean, it's crazy. It's surreal. I don't even want to look at it anymore because it's surreal, you know? Yeah.
As you can tell, Drake was not happy, and his call out towards the artist drew more attention towards Kevin and the tattoo. To add more fuel to the fire, Kevin responded to the video saying he would totally fight Drake, leading to a slew of Drake fans to talk and threaten him on Twitter, saying things like, "Dude, don't ever talk to OVO, you gonna get dogged out," and "You not about that life, calm your turkey chop, and quit trying to get fame off Drake, you don't nobody give a f*** you. Use a non-factor." The man was fighting for his life online and spent the rest of his Christmas week responding to people and defending himself. On December 29th, right before the New Year's, things got a bit more real. Drake actually decided to pull up to the tattoo shop where Kevin was working. However, it didn't go exactly as you'd think. Kevin noted on Twitter that Drake pulled up in a limo, but never actually stepped out of the vehicle, instead opting to send some of his bodyguards inside the shop to have a little chat with Kevin. They told him that, quote, "Nobody in the state of California was going to hurt Drake," before leaving and driving off. People found the interaction online, and a couple weeks went by before things were seemingly hashed out between the two. Kevin tweeted out, "Drake beef officially squashed. Everyone can now move on. Only positivity from here on out." Apparently, he and Drake shook hands outside the shop, and both agreed things had gotten a little out of hand. Many years later, in 2019, Kevin made his last social media post talking about the incident, where he stated that he and his boss apparently scared Drake's security guard out of the shop with weapons.
Be in jail.
Yet after all this time, there still has been the lingering question of who this mystery woman was and how she was doing after the tattoo. She never went back to the shop to complete it, and also didn't leave her number on the consent form, so there was no way of contacting her. Years went by without any information until in 2019 when a user by the name of the_X commented on a lipstickalley.com post asking about the woman's whereabouts. "I saw her in a place that's notorious for getting heroin. I wasn't buying any drugs, just passing through. She still has the tattoo and was walking around dazed and talking to herself, possibly high, but obviously insane." Now, I'm not sure if this person is telling the truth or not, but it doesn't seem like a very unlikely outcome. There are other people online claiming the woman passed away or is in prison, but again, no evidence is ever presented, so things are left a mystery. I personally am just going to believe Reddit user beer_is_tasty's post and conclude that after Drake lost a lot of popularity, she got the tattoo altered and started working as a highway construction flagman, with the tattoo now saying break. In all seriousness though, this is a pretty crazy and sad situation. The woman literally ruined her entire life in just a couple hours with this tattoo. The tattoo artist was technically just doing his job, but the fact that he mentioned he noticed she was on some kind of drugs does make the whole situation a lot more unfortunate. I'm really surprised that no one has been able to provide any information on the woman, as she can probably be recognized from a mile away, but all I can hope is that she's doing better and that maybe one day we'll get a real conclusion to this story.
Yeah, I want to share that with you guys. Yeah, people go really far with it. Now, I mean, I haven't seen too many people in the community quite yet sending me any face tattoos, but I know that I saw some on TikTok. I'm gonna look it up. Let me see. I'm gonna look up women Blueface tattoos. And I'm gonna look up Chrisan face tat. All right. They might just pull up only Chrisan. Oh, yeah, there was one right here. Oh, yep. I knew I wasn't crazy. Share. Yep. I remember. This is the one I remembered. Another woman is going viral for getting a blue face tattoo on her face. Crazy. Why would you do that? Because Chrisan did it. Crazy. I remember this picture here popped up because she was just as viral as CashApp with this tattoo. Let me see this, but there was like a skit that was done too, not with her, but with a TikToker. So let me see if they'll show. All right, let me try to get up out of here. Oh, here it is. Let me see, but I'm gonna say women. Let me say get Blueface tattoo. Like, I'm quite sure there's more people than that one girl, but oh, wait a minute. There's an updated picture of that girl. Oh, shoot. You know how, like, when the ink starts to, oh, that's fake. That's got to be fake. That's got to be fake. It looks fake to me. I might be wrong. We'll see in a minute. I got close up on that. That looks fake when they show. That's the girl right there. I didn't see this one. This is an update one. That's a joke, though. That's a Sharpie. No, it looks like one of those peel on. Look at it. Let me pause it. That looks like a peel on. I'm sorry, ma'am. That looks like a peel on. I'm quite sure you can get custom fake tattoos like she got. Remember, it was shaded in dark at first. And then just like Chrisan, once the ink that's not supposed to stay was washed away, it looked like this, but it's a little bit more faded. It scares inspiration to me. Like, why would you need a tattoo? I'm trying to tell you. Like, a man with respect would even want you. Thank you, Ms. Bev 1950, baby. It says, I think it's a fake one too. I'm gonna see if I can get some more literature on this. But that girl done lost her mind if that is true. They're pretty much doing her makeup though. It says Chrisan copied her tattoo. This saying up here, Chrisan copied her tattoo up here in the sub. Oh, girl. Matter of fact, let me see if we can find this girl. Chrisan copied her tattoo. Girl, bye. Or whoever wrote that. Let me not say girl, bye. We don't know who wrote it. Let's see if we can see some more. But she's the only one, and this is my second time seeing her, that did this. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's her. We already seen this one, so we're not going to look at it again. Girl, you crazy. If that is real. Let me see if there was any other people. I know she didn't. Let me see. Oh, no, you didn't. That's fake. Let me see if she says it's fake.
I'm a bad little bitch.
Oh, we don't need that. That looks fake too, and I hope you didn't get that one because you look slow with that all them color schemes, honey. Look like you got a Burberry shirt on your face. Good. You doing the most. This one here, that looks definitely fake. Girl, you better get out and get your shine on. I had it on mute having a whole conversation with myself. Chrisan already had tattoos removed from Blues. I know. Says, why would she put that boy on her face? I don't know. She is so pretty. I was sitting there talking with the mute button on saying, look at that girl. She is so pretty. Chrisan is naturally pretty. She don't even have to wear makeup, and Chrisan is so pretty. She is so pretty. And you know what else I love about her? She don't be getting like plastic surgery or nothing like that. She's naturally genetically beautiful. We're on mute sounds. You're not on mute now. You was on mute because I was talking to myself looking at these pictures. But she's such a beautiful girl. Good. Why you get that tattoo on you? Good. And the first girl you showed, her looks very cheap compared to Rock's. Right. I think those are fake tattoos. The ones that you wet them and then you peel them. You put it on your face and you peel them off. Hey, Cyrus, salute to you as well. Thank you so much. How did she lose her mind and Chrisan didn't? The fake ones are funny. The real ones, Rock got is sick. Lucky girl, you bad. Lucky girl is bad. She being bad. I figured you was on. Yeah, I was on mute. But I got so mesmerized in her pictures because she's such a beautiful girl. She looks great. Exactly. Yes, she is. She is a beautiful girl. Naturally. Let's get it right. Naturally. She is a beautiful girl. And that picture right there, she looks like her mother in that picture. Like when I say her mother, I don't need any disrespect in the comment section. I'm talking about when her mother was young before she allegedly got on drugs, in my opinion. She looks like a younger version of her mother with the tan skin and the way her face looks to me. Because her mother is a beautiful, high cheekboned woman, but see, drugs can do a number on you. So, yeah, so, she's a very, to me, beautiful girl. And she's very athletic. It's a blessing, that she's been through a lot, but she's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful woman. Yeah, let's get up out of here, though. Yeah, so, yep. Blueface, for the ones that are just coming in the chat, looks like he'll be home sooner than we think. He's not in trouble with Nevada. He did a telephone call with the courts of Nevada, and it looks like he got caught a break. He better stop playing with fire, because I'm gonna tell you something. You keep playing around and you might not be lucky. Your luck will definitely run out after a while. When people get tired of being tired, they will definitely handle their business with you, Blueface. You better be paying attention. You got a tablet. I'm quite sure you be on social media listening to these commentary channels trying to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And whether you listen to it or not is another question. Yeah, I see her mother in there. Yep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tasiki and her, the best looking too. Yep, they are the best looking too. Yes, my mama was beautiful, but Substance ruined them and took her life. Losing, you said took her life. Losing her made me get my. I know that's right, Butterfly 314. You're saying that your mother passed away from the addiction. Butterfly 314. Chrisan is naturally beautiful, regardless of how she acts. She is. You can't take that away from her. You definitely can. I think that she could be doing a lot more with her talent. And and when I say talent, people say, well, what talent does she have? Listen, I've heard since I've been doing commentary on her, some of her music, but I feel like people have talent when they're being themselves, and people can graduate. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's put some praying hands in the chat for Butterfly 314. But I think that that's a talent, a gift in itself, when you can put yourself up on a competitive platform and people just love you for you, So, that's how I feel. So, I just feel like she should be taking advantage of that talent and not letting a man, dictate policy. She's even beautiful how she acts. People just take the worst parts of her. Yep, you're right. The other sister that be in church all the time is pretty too. Actually, all of them are pretty. Yep. Hey, Roseanne, Cyrus. Yeah, but they're all pretty. I'm just saying, I think and agreeing. Then none of them are ugly. She made some beautiful children. The mother has, I will say that. Thank the Lord to the mother, because I did see the daddy. And I'm not being disrespectful, because don't no woman want you to be saying, "Ooh, her man is fine." Get your own man and say he fine. But Chrisan's father, he look all right. He probably in his day, he was probably, a looker. He was something to look at, but right now he's not. But you know how them pharmaceuticals do, folks. But I just wish the best for both of them. I hope they get out. I know Blueface is not on no kind of time where he's gonna disappear from social media once he gets back on social media, because he knows he knows that if he gets back up on social media and he doesn't do his big one, that he's gonna be a one-hit wonder. You gotta get to balance. So, but listen, all right. Thank y'all for coming through. I love y'all. Y'all know y'all be holding it down. I love y'all for that. Make sure on the way out, y'all hit that like or that dislike. I promise you it's free to like. Also, make sure you share the video. Also, before you leave, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Make sure that you go up to the top of the description box of this video and make sure that you're subscribed to my second channel. I will not always be streaming on both lives at the same time. And you don't want to miss any updates or anything I'm going to be doing in the near future. So it's up at the top, pinned there. So make sure that you guys go up at the top on your way out. Before you exit, and click onto that link. No talking about them, but remind cute babe. Have a blessed Sunday. You as well, Queen Grandma Rocks. So it's my let's put some birthday wishes for Nessie. Come on, let's do that for my mom before I leave. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to happy birthday to Nessie. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 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 Happy birthday, Nessie. Nessie, are you going to get zesty? I'm just messing with you, baby.